hit 6 figures in my business in 18 months. Here are the systems I had set up behind the scenes to make this possible so quickly. And before I get into this, a little bit of context. I'm an operations manager. I do mostly done for you work, plus a bit of coaching and consultancy work. Most of my time is spent in my clients' businesses every single week, not mine. And I currently work solo. So everything in my business in terms of systems, operations need to be tight. Let's get into it. Number one is content creation and repurposing systems. This is the number one thing that's driven so much momentum in my business. I've posted a fucking lot over the last 19 months of my business. I'm talking over 3,000 times last year alone on Instagram and TikTok, anywhere from 3 to 10 posts every single day. I think I missed maybe 3 days out of the entire year. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. You could easily keep up with 3 to 10 posts as well. Number one, if you got rid of overthinking. But secondly, if you had systems supporting you and you weren't just freestyling it every single day out of your fucking notes app. So having a content creation repurposing system means every single piece of content I create is getting used multiple times and I'm not coming up with new ideas all the time. This also means that I'm not one of those people that's getting up every day and being like, what am I going to post today? Two is having an all-in-one backend platform. At the start of last year, I moved my business across to Ivory. It is an all-in-one platform, which basically means it has multiple business functionalities all in one. Website hosting, CRM, email marketing, landing pages, funnels, everything. I like to use one platform instead of 6. Now, the only downfall with Ivory is it's newer to the market. So some of the automations are a little bit limited, but that should improve over time. Being on the wrong systems behind the scenes in your business, being a cheapskate with your systems or anything like that, just means that you are creating manual work in your business you don't need to be doing. Number 3 is automations and basic funnels. At my current level, I don't need a huge amount of automations and manual processes are manageable, but I would rather focus my energy and time on the needle moving activities. Plus I got to worry about my clients' businesses. And I also know after being in many 7-figure CEOs businesses, this is the shit that bottlenecks you if you don't address it as early as possible. So I have automated as much of the manual stuff in my business as possible. Anything repetitive that doesn't need my eyes or hands, I automate. Client delivery and admin that doesn't need me, automate. My business isn't at the stage where I need really complex funnels, but I do have some basic upsells and downsells set up behind the scenes that do selling for me. Number 4 is documented processes. Now, this is not a big thing on my priority list. However, I have started to document some of my core processes in my business. Not only does this keep me consistent with some of my processes in my business, but if I do have a spike of growth, which could happen literally at any time, I'm ready to bring on a VA without having to run around like a crazy person. I recognize that client delivery in particular is going to be the biggest bottleneck in my business down the track. So having this ready to go means I'm ready to outsource if and when I need. Number 5 is a business brain, aka a CEO hub. I talk about this on my page all the time. Get the business out of your brain. I use Notion and ClickUp. I don't rely on my brain or my calendar to remind me of things. Everything is built into my hub. So my content calendar, my to-do list, client information, everything. If I'm thinking about my business outside of work hours, I'm thinking about brand building activities. I'm thinking about needle moving work. I'm not thinking about things like, oh, did I remember to send my client that call replay or whatever? And then number 6, and this one I can't fucking teach you, my own discipline and personal habits behind the scenes. The secret to growing a business this quickly is literally to have personal systems behind the scenes that keep you on point as a business owner. I come from 15 years of a corporate background. I've had things drilled into me that operational mistakes and wasting time literally has consequences. I am someone who makes the most of my time. I exercise daily. I look after myself. I drink enough water. I walk my dogs. I do a small amount of mindset work. I follow the same routine every day without thinking about it. I'm not getting stuck, getting distracted, or getting ADHD brain in different parts of my business as much as possible. Those 6 things I went through are completely buildable in your business. The number one thing it required me to do was get the business out of my head and into systems. Business owners skip this and spend all of their time busy doing things that systems could do for them until their business gets so big that their personal capacity cannot continue to carry the business and they're literally losing 5 figures of income out of the business every single month. If you are someone who has no idea where to start with systems in your business, you're in the right place.